we're going to go more and more into this direction of technology, and probably like the future of some people will be just to have a chip in your brain, and like it'll make you not feel bad ever. You're going to feel good. You're going to be productive. You're going to like, that will be the ideal for some people. To me, it's not what I want probably. Like I would rather train myself to be more uncomfortable with, or being comfortable with being uncomfortable, and like being a human, being okay with that. Like that's the beauty. But I get this too. Like,
so like you're okay. Maybe we can end on this as the final topic. But like you're a lot younger than me, and I don't know if you've really lived in that analog world, because I know the world before the internet. I know the cassette tapes. I know that. But like you were kind of born into this already. And like, how are you such a throwback like to this like, grassroots lifestyle? Like, I guess I feel like that's so rare to find.
Well, I mean, I'm a millennial. Like I'm 32. Barely. So I was born 1993. And, we had I remember getting the first computer, probably I was like 7 or something. My phone, I think my first phone, I had it in middle school probably, but it was like a Razor.
Oh, you had a Razor?
You had a Razor, like flip phone.
All right. Okay, so you're pre-smartphone, okay.
The iPhone didn't come out for me until high school, I think. And so it was still... Maybe it came out... Yeah, I think 2008 is when it came out, maybe. So I was in 8th grade. I probably didn't get it until 9th grade, but...
You were in 8th grade. I was already here working.
You were here, yeah. So I think, maybe that helps a little bit. But also I think what really helps me is growing up in Hawaii. Like, my childhood was very unique, I think, that I was raised kind of like... I had everything I wanted around me. Like I didn't really it wasn't really a struggle. And what I mean by that also is like we had a great friend group. Like I had a great group of friends in my small high school. It was like 80 people per grade or something. And we're pretty much friends with everybody. And they would come over to my house and we would like go and sit in the pool and jacuzzi and like watch the stars and like, occasionally take off our clothes and go run around in the fields and like go lay down and watch like the shooting stars and share feelings about life and like what, I'm feeling insecure about this, or like
you were talking about insecurity in elementary school? That's crazy.
No, like high school.
What? Oh, wow.
High school. I was like we were very open with each other about like everything that was going on in our lives. And I mean, I learned later that it wasn't for everybody, because one of my friends,
definitely not.
One of my friends was gay, and he did not tell us this until like after college. And so he was putting on a mask to some extent, but to me, and I think to others, like we were all very connected and very open, sharing. And I think that was like played a big part in it, was just kind of feeling like comfortable doing that, and also loving to share. And maybe it's different. When I went to the East Coast for college, it was like people are pretty preppy and stuck up a little bit and uptight, not really open to just being real.
That's where I'm from.
So I mean, New York is different than Boston. Boston is
I went to Boston
next
too.
level, but New York's like a little bit more grunge, but I guess you kind of also have to be a tough guy, or else you're gonna not really fit in and you're gonna get stomped on or something. So
that is a big part of the culture for sure.
It was more diverse, like different ethnicities, men and women, everyone, like, and everyone is just meeting people at their level and connecting in nature. So I think that was kind of the roots of it all. But yeah,
that's cool. So so to me, that says a lot about who you are now, because that's really who you've always been. And the deviation into, that salaryman city life was really just kind of a, little flip on the radar. Like you were kind of,
Dude, honestly, I just put this together as we're talking, but I think this like came from a trauma that I had in college, going to that preppy Northeast school, and this priest the day that I got into, like, these first days are really interesting, like how impactful. First
Yeah, I
days
still remember mine.
coming to Boston College, and this priest was like, you have to attend this event. And I was like, I have plans already with the marching bands. You know, I was in band camp. I wanted to go to this party. He was like, no, you have to attend. I didn't attend. I rebelled against this priest guy. Didn't attend it. And he got pissed. And he was like berating me, telling me I don't belong here.
Really?
He's like, I looked at your
Day one?
scores. Day two. I mean, before school started, he was like, you don't belong here. I looked at your scores. Like, you are not meant to be here in this place. And
What?
like, yeah, and it got pretty like abusive, and he was like yelling at me, and yeah, so weird. But anyway, this moment of like, you don't belong, I think I heard that again later when I was applying for recruitment jobs. Someone was like, nah, you don't belong in recruitment. And I was like, fuck you. I'm going to be the best recruiter ever. And so I think of this moment in my life, like you said, it's a timeline, like it feels really dark. And it feels like it came from this place of almost like negativity of like, I need to prove myself, because my dad was an entrepreneur and he provided this life that we have. I want to be a self-made man too. I want to prove that I can do it. I'm going to start from nothing in Tokyo and make it to the top and like prove that to myself. And in some sense, like, I'm glad that I did that, because it gave me a lot of confidence and it gave me resources and everything, but it was really fueled by this feeling of not feeling like enough. And so, yeah, as you said, I kind of put this together, this kind of like blip or whatever.
But I mean, that feeling can take you pretty far. I mean, that's definitely what fueled me a lot of what I've done in my life. And so, like, I always think anger, it can be useful, like if you put it to productive use, you know, like and like I use that, honestly, still fuels me a lot in what I do. It's like, but if I get angry, I'll just convert that into muscles and go work out, or you know, if I get angry, I'll dump that into a business plan or turn it into 100 posts or something, you know. But like,
you can use that as fuel. But to be honest, I mean, maybe I'm wrong with this, but I was talking about this with someone the other day, that I feel like negative energy is like a low grade fuel.
That's a good point.
And so you like, and maybe lower than what your engine is. You're supposed to be on premium, but you're like giving it unleaded. And so giving a diesel or something. So like, it'll run for sure. Like, you can definitely, it's fuel, but at some point, like, the engine is just going to start caking up and break down and potentially like beyond repair. So, or take a lot of energy to repair. So I feel like with some coaches I've worked with, like, changing that anger and that like misalignment or whatever, and as much as you can, like, turning it into a positive energy source, I feel like it's more sustainable in the long run. I know, at least for me, I hit my point where I'm like, I'm going so far away from who I am that this is not how I want to live my life. And maybe some people continue past that point, and who knows what lies beyond that. I don't know, but
they're running on fumes, you know, just into the.
There's a lot of people like that in recruitment and in Tokyo too. So I hope, you know, that this message gets to them as well. And like, I've seen, you know, what it's like to bring people out, and they have this like heart kind of opening feeling, and it's cool. So I don't know. It's still the beginning stages. I think that there's a need here, and I think it'll just keep getting, you know, better and better, and hopefully reach more and more people. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity to do this with you, just talk to you.
No, you know, I'm along for the ride too. So, you know, we'll be checking in with you like, pretty often. But no, I appreciate you for what you're doing, man. Cause like, you know, you're living proof of, you know, what can happen, you know, like on both sides of that coin. Right. And I think it's, I hope people hear this. I don't know who's actually going to watch this, but just sharing your message, sharing your vision. Like, I think that's huge, because I definitely support you, you know, and I want to see you go as far as you can on this, you know, fueled not by anger, but by love and compassion. Like,
is it even real? I don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, well, exactly.
But thank you.
No, I appreciate
Yeah.
you, man. Always.
I feel that from you.
Yeah.